Hello and welcome to our geography lessons once again. Today we're going to look at plateaus. The last time I told you that we're going to look at plains today, but because we are dealing with highlands, I want us to complete with the highlands before we look at the other landforms. So today we look at plateaus, and as you can see with the plural, sometimes we add S and sometimes we add an X. Anyhow you see it, it's correct. Before we go to today's lesson, let us look at what we looked at in our previous lesson. Now, in our previous topic, we talked about mountains. We said mountains are large landforms that stretches above the surrounding land in a limited area, usually in the form of a peak. So every mountain you see is a highland and they all have a peak. We looked at the types of mountains. Said we have four main types of mountains. These are volcanic mountains, and these are mountains that are formed from molten lava. That is when lava erupts onto the surface, cools, and solidifies, forming a highland. It is known as volcanic mountains. We also have fold mountains where two plates converge, causing the landform to move into upfolds and downfolds. We also have block mountains, that is when plates converge or diverge, causing an uplift of the landform. Then we also have the residual mountains, which are mountains from other mountains. That is when a mountain undergoes denudation, and as a result, it changes its format and forms another mountain. It is known as residual mountains. We talked about the importance of mountains. We said mountain causes the formation of rain, known as the relief rainfall. Mountains are a source of minerals. Examples: gold, diamond, bauxite, etc. We said that mountain provides a place for recreation and sports. We talked about them. We looked at the kind of sporting activities that happen in mountainous regions, such as biking, skiing, etc. Then we looked at the source. We also said mountains serve as a source of rivers. That is, many rivers take their source from mountains. Then mountains also enable us to establish ourselves with hydroelectric power because of the steepness of the mountain and how the water flows through those mountains. Then mountains also serve as a habitat for man. That is, people live on mountains. So these are some of the importance of mountains that we talked about. We also looked at some disadvantages of mountains or problems that mountains pose to man, such as barrier to communication. That is, it is very difficult to establish roads, networks, airports, railways, etc. And even if they are established, it's very difficult or very dangerous to use such routes, as you can see on your screen. Then mountains also pose this problem of erosion and poor soil fertility. Because of the steepness of the mountain, erosion is very rampant. And because of the rampance of erosion, there is what we call poor soil fertility. Because as the topsoil is being washed away, so are the minerals within the soil also washed away. So erosion together with leaching causes the soil to be very poor. Then there are also natural disasters posed by mountains, which include landslide. That is when some part of the mountain break downwards. It may cause a disaster. There is also rockfall. That is when a loose rock falls from a higher ground to a lower ground. And sometimes mountains, volcanic mountains, also erupt lava, which can be very dangerous to the environment. And because of the steepness of mountains, flood is very rampant in those areas. So these are some of the disadvantages of mountains that we talked about. So without wasting my time, let's have a quick exercise. When we come back, we're going to continue with our topic for today.